Please allow me to introduce the bilingual and multilingual students to greet our family and friends.
Good evening, family, friends, and guests. My name is Bobby Nguyen, and on behalf of the graduating class of 2021, I would like to welcome you to this year's commencement ceremony.
Hello, good evening. My name is Nicole Lontop, and I would like to, it would be my honor to give our welcome to our Spanish-speaking families and friends. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Sería mi gran placer de darles la bienvenida a nuestros familiares y amigos hispanohablantes a la ceremonia de graduación de Bear Creek High School. Sean todos ustedes bienvenidos.
Hi, my name is Salam Jamil Shahade, and I'm here to welcome our Arabic speaking families. أهلا وسهلا أنا اسمي سلام جميل شهادة وأود أرحب بإلاتنا وأصدقائنا الناطقين باللغة العربية في حفل تخرج مدرسة بير كريك الثانوية لعام 2021. تحية فلسطين. شكرا.
My name is Nathaniel Magawai Lime, and I'm here to welcome our Filipino families in the Ilocano dialect. Siak ni Nathaniel Magawai Lime, katkayat ko ang kablaawan kada kayo pamilya, kung gagayom nga makasao ti Ilocano, kada ito'y seremonya ti panagturpos dito'y Bear Creek High School 2021.
My name is Russell Sunyo, and I'm here to welcome our Filipino families in the Ilonggo dialect. Mayong gabi sa inyo tanan. Ako si Russell Sunyo. Ginaabi-abi ang aton mga Ilonggo nga pamilya kag mga abyan nga ari diri subong nga nagatambong sa paggraduar sa Bear Creek High School sa tuig 2021. Salamat gid sa inyo tanan.
My name is Annalisa Giroux, and I would like to welcome our Italian-speaking family and friends to the Bear Creek High School graduation ceremony. Mi chiamo Annalisa Giroux e vorrei dare il benvenuto alle nostre famiglie e ai nostri amici che parlano italiano alla cerimonia di diploma alla Bear Creek High School del 2021.
Hello, my name is Kaylin Van Bunma, and I would like to welcome our Cambodian families in the Khmer dialect. Kiom chmo Kaylin, kiom som savakom mapiet nung, sorry. I'm scared. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna start over. Kiom chmo Kaylin. Kiom chmo Kaylin. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Kiom som savakom mipiet nang kron crusa dambe tutu peti banchap karsaksay no sladian chnampi pon mapay moy.
My name is Phoebe Pomsavan, and I'm here to welcome our Laotian families. Sabaydi tuktukon konoy su Phoebe Pomsavan, minika noyak sun yak pinong gapun kon lao masalang wanjop kong hin Bear Creek High School, Song Pao Sayit.
My name is Reese Donato, and I'm here to welcome our Filipino families in the Tagalog dialect. Ako po si Reese Jaden Donato, malagayang pagdalo sa lahat ng wikang Tagalog, na pamilya at kaibigang ngayong gabi sa aming seremonya ng pagtatapos sa taong 2021 dito sa Bear Creek High School. Maraming salamat po.
My name is Ikra Hussain and I am here to welcome our Urdu-speaking families. मेरा नाम इकरा हुसैन है और मैं अपने उर्दू बोलने वाले ख़ानदान और दोस्तों को 2021 की बेयर क्रीक हाई स्कूल की तकरीब में खुशामदीद करना चाहती हूँ। आज़ाद फ़लस्तीन, शुक्रिया।
Hello, my name is Inderpreet Kaur and I'm here to welcome our Punjabi speaking families. ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਇੰਦਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਅਰ ਕ੍ਰੀਕ ਹਾਈ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ 2021 ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਤੇ ਦੋਸਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ।
My name is Trung Anh Nguyen Tung, and I would like to welcome our Vietnamese-speaking families and friends to the Bear Creek High School graduation ceremony of 2021. Xin kính chào quý quan khách, quý vị phụ huynh và các bạn. Xin phép được giới thiệu con tên là Nguyễn Tấn Trường An. Hôm nay nhân dịp này, con muốn nói lời chào mừng đến tất cả quý vị và các bạn để chung nguồn cội quê hương Việt Nam đã dành thời gian đến tham dự và chúc mừng lễ tốt nghiệp tú tài của các học sinh lớp 12 trường trung học Bear Creek niên khóa 2017-2021. Xin kính chúc quý vị và các bạn sức khỏe và mọi điều tốt đẹp. Trân trọng kính chào.
Hi, my name is Grant Johnson. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing afterwards for the Star-Spangled Banner performed by the Bear Creek Choir. Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, for the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets proved through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you all so much for coming and congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. We would like to welcome the Lodi Unified School District Board of Education members. We have our Lodi USD Board President, Mr. Ron Freitas, our Vice President, Miss Susan McFarland, our Board Clerk, Mr. Courtney Porter, our Board Trustee, Mr. Ron Heberly, Board Trustee, Mr. Gary Knackstead, Board Trustee, Mr. Joe Nava, and Board Trustee, Mr. George Neely. We would also like to welcome the Lodi Unified School District Cabinet members. Dr. Kathy Washer, who is our superintendent, Mr. Jeff Palmquist, who is our Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, Mr. Leonard Kahn, our Chief Business Officer, and I would also like to welcome our senior speaker, Mr. Benjamin Broger.
Good evening. First of all, thank you. Thank you to all the family, faculty, and administration for guiding us along this remarkable journey that is the high school experience, some of the most formative years of an individual's life. To Bear Creek class of 2021, we did it. It's a bit cliche, but we really have overcome countless challenges, not just over the past year, but over the past 4 years, in order to be gathered here today. The past 4 years have been a journey for everyone. We have grown physically, mentally, and emotionally into the young adults we are today, wide-eyed and ready to take on the world and everything it has to offer. But before we set off to the world and become productive members of society, I'd like to share a few lessons that people around me have helped me understand over the course of the last 4 years. Oftentimes, we get caught up in everything going on around us, and we lose sight of what's truly important. That is why it is imperative to be confident in who you are and what you stand for. There comes a time in everyone's lives where we are faced with a major decision. Either be who you really are and allow yourself to be accepted for that, or go through life clinging to a caricature of yourself that you create for other people. So choose wisely. Work to find your voice now, because the longer you wait to find it, the less likely you are to at all. These things all take courage and a strong will to make happen, but looking at those of you before me, I know that everyone here is capable of things that even you yourself might think impossible. Marianne Williamson said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are incompetent. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our darkness, not that our light, that most frightens us." Oftentimes we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant? Who am I to be gorgeous, talented, beautiful? But I say, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory that is within us, and it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. When it comes to finding your place in the world, another piece of the puzzle is failure. Can you guys not hear me? Twist it up. All right, I guess we're good to go now. All right. Another piece of the puzzle when it comes to finding your place in the world is failure. You will fail a lot, but do not shy away from or be intimidated by the prospect of failure. Instead, look at your failures as opportunities to grow as a person and reflect on them. Because the only true failure is the moment where you give yourself a reason to quit. There will always be moments where you want to curl up into a ball and give up, but if you push through that hardship, you will come out of it with the realization that you are stronger and far more capable than you had ever imagined. Class of 2021 Bruins, I implore you to truly live to your own potential. Take risks, dream big, and never, I mean never, be afraid to fail massively. I'll leave you with a quote from Whitman, one you may remember if you were paying attention in English class. It goes like this: "And the powerful play of life goes on, and you may contribute a verse." So I ask you, Bear Creek, what will your verse be? Thank you.
Tonight, we will honor Bear Creek students for the following accomplishments. If you have received a Stoll, cord, or medallion for achievements in the following area, please rise when directed so the audience can recognize your service. Advancement via individual determination, AVID. Will our AVID graduating seniors please stand? AVID students are honored tonight for the commitment to pursue academics at a four-year college or university after high school. Each student's sash indicates how many years the student has participated in the AVID program. AVID, please be seated. ASB and student government representatives, graduating members of the Associated Student Body and student government representatives of the 2021 senior class, please stand. These graduating representatives of the ASB and student government are recognized tonight for having served key leadership roles within the BCHS student government. Members of this group have served on crucial committees, boards, and instructional leadership teams. They have hosted spirit days, dances, and digital events over the course of the school year. They have engaged in community service as a part of their community work. Some members have served multiple years. Tonight, we acknowledge and thank you for your service to BCHS. ASB and student government students, please be seated. Black Student Union, BSU. BSU club members, please rise. BSU club members are being recognized for their continued community service during COVID-19, using this as a valuable teaching tool and bonding moment with family and fellow students. Always putting others first and being there when needed, utilizing Zoom and their cell phones to communicate with others. Always honoring the legacy of BSU to always be available for anyone, anytime, at any place. BSU members, please be seated. Boys and Girls State. Participants in Boys and Girls State, please stand. These students are being recognized for their participation in a Government in Action program that provides them the opportunity to become knowledgeable of freedom, democracy, and patriotism alongside their peers. Boys and Girls State, please be seated. Bruin Tutorial Tutors. Will our Bruin Tutorial Tutors please stand? Students receiving the cord at graduation have served at least 1 year as tutors to fellow students and must demonstrate excellent academics and attendance. Bruin Tutors, please be seated. The Bruin Voice. Bruin Voice honorees, please stand. Bear Creek honors the writers and editors of our school newspaper who have served for several years and have earned distinction at both the state and national level in school journalism, organizations, and competitions. Bruin Voice students, please be seated. California Scholastic Federation, CSF. Will lifetime members of CSF please stand? The California Scholastic Federation Life Member is awarded to those students with exceptional academic achievement who have been a CSF member for at least 4 semesters. CSF members, please be seated. Choir. Will our choir members please stand? Choir students honored at graduation have been enrolled in 3 to 4 years of choral studies at Bear Creek. Students with 3 years of experience have been awarded the choir pin, and students who have 4 years of experience have been awarded with the blue and white music cords. Choir students, please be seated. Conflict mediation. Will our conflict mediators please stand? Conflict mediation students honored at graduation have completed 12 hours of mediation training, mediated student mediation successfully throughout the year, and taught yellow ribbon suicide awareness prevention lessons at Bear Creek, Crystal McAuliffe, and Delta Sierra Middle School. Also, one-year conflict mediation students are awarded a medal, while second-year students receive a sash. Conflict mediators, please be seated. Cornerstone Yearbook. Cornerstone Yearbook honorees, please stand. The editors and staff worked to record the history of Bear Creek High School. This year was more difficult than ever to get the yearbook completed. Besides spending countless hours writing stories and creating the layouts, the staff had to create surveys to help gather information for everyone at home. It was easier once the staff came back to campus and were able to actually do the interviewing and photography in person. On April 12th, the staff had completed 12 of the 192 pages. Within the past 8 weeks, they finished the remaining 180 pages. They created the best yearbook they could under the circumstances and are proud of their accomplishment. Congratulations, Cornerstone Yearbook. Editors and staff, please be seated. Future Farmers of America, FFA. Future Farmers of America honorees, please stand. Bear Creek FFA bestows the stole to those members who go above and beyond and exemplify all 3 rings of the agricultural education model. FFA students, please be seated. Honors in Forensics, Speech and Debate. Will the students graduating with honors in speech and debate please stand? Those receiving honors in forensics are receiving recognition tonight for completing at least one of the following requirements: completing 4 years of active competition on the speech and debate team, qualifying twice to state-level competition, qualify once to national-level competition, or earning above 300 speaker points in the National Speech and Debate Association. We're so proud you speak for the Creek. Speech and debate students, please be seated. Jazz Ensemble and Symphonic Band. 4-year Jazz Ensemble and Symphonic Band students, please stand. The band program proudly honors students who have completed 4 years of jazz or band with a royal blue sash and cords. Jazz and band students, please be seated. Kababayan Club. Kababayan Club members, please stand. Members are being honored tonight for their 3+ years of dedication to Kababayan Club while representing the Filipino community. Members of the Kababayan Club, please be seated. Key Club. Key Club members, please stand. These students are being recognized for their 3+ years of community service and raising funds for the Pediatric Trauma Program. Members are being recognized with gold Kiwanis stoles. Key Club students, please be seated. Link Crew. Link Crew leaders, please stand. We honor our Link Crew leaders who have served as role models to our freshman students with a medallion for 1 year of service and a stole for 2 years. Link Crew leaders, please be seated. National Honor Society, NHS. Will members of the National Honor Society please stand? Students must apply to NHS and meet the following requirements: at least a 3.0 GPA and demonstrate school leadership through their contribution to community service. Students are being recognized by wearing the white collared stole at graduation for their 2 years of NHS membership. NHS students, please be seated. Thespians. Members of the International Thespian Society being honored tonight, please stand. These students are being honored for their participation in this organization and for their dedication to the Bear Creek Theater Program and maintaining high academic standards throughout their high school career. Thespians, please be seated. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Vietnamese Club. Vietnamese Club members, please stand. Members are being honored tonight for their commitment to the Vietnamese Club and the surrounding community. Members of the Vietnamese Club, please be seated. Thank you to all of our Bear Creek honors, and please help me welcome Mr. Michael Heberly, who will be presenting the class of 2021 valedictorian.
Good evening, class of 2020. Welcome, families, and the rest of our Bear Creek family. You guys made it. I know you're going to hear that a lot, but it's a true mantra. We at Bear Creek staff are really proud of all of you. I want to echo, actually, just a few words from Mr. Broger, and he probably is going to put it much more eloquently than I am. I wish you all the best, and I wish you all the most amount of perseverance in your lives. So many things are going to be put in your way, and how you deal with them is going to be a huge part of your character development. For example, you might spend all weekend on a speech, and then in a rush out of your house, leave it on your counter. I can't imagine anyone who would have possibly done that today, but it's purely hypothetical that that could definitely happen. Sometimes you just have to roll with what's dealt to you. And even after you're hitting the stop light going, oh no, it was in the other pair of pants or on the counter, you just got to roll with it. And this year was definitely a trying year to roll with it. The reason I'm up here tonight is to talk about a phenomenal young woman. Sydney Banks, our valedictorian, and I have known each other for quite some time. On the pool deck as a water polo and swim coach, as well as seen many of her academic accolades. She is an amazing, talented, and just an absolute amazing person. When she is on the pool deck or in the classroom, she gives 110%. And the thing that most people will probably notice is how humble she is about it. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Sydney Banks.
Thank you. And now I'd like to welcome our senior class president, Christy Dow.
Sorry. All right. Oh my God. Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2021. If I try to remember every detail about my last 4 years spent at Bear Creek High School, not one single thought comes to mind. To me, high school was draining. From staying up countless hours trying to pass all my classes to socializing with others in order to prevent feeling like an outcast, high school was hard, and besides, who has time to reminisce anyways? When asked to reflect on the past, our minds scatter. We are so focused on the future that everything behind us is cast away into the abyss of our minds. Adults around us seem to think the same because we're often asked about what we're doing after high school rather than what we've done in high school. Tunnel vision on the future, we find ourselves wondering, what classes will colleges prefer? Which extracurriculars will boost my application? How will my experiences guarantee my success. Every decision we make is affected by our future plans, which we all know can change. Yet these uncertainties don't seem to deter the class of 2021 in any way. The graduating seniors here tonight are the most goal-oriented and hardworking people I have ever encountered. They're always running, whether it's to their car to beat the traffic after school, to the class they're late to because they overslept, or to the goals they are trying to achieve. If asked to assign our class a characteristic, I would without a doubt say stubbornness. Although often seen as an undesirable trait, it is our stubbornness that allows us to reach our desired destinations. With life, we encounter endless obstacles. However, our determination and tenacity allows us to jump these hurdles. With the endless running, we never really have time to appreciate our accomplishments and the growth we've built throughout our lives. What I'm trying to say is, take a break, slow down. Although the future is important, we fail to recognize the gigantic pile of essays we've written, never allowing ourselves to feel rewarded for the tear stains on those papers. Working on numerous school projects, we cut and glue the pieces of information onto our presentation board without being aware that we are subconsciously creating a greater project, the achievements leading up to this day. We are stubborn in the sense that we never give up and are persistent in fighting for what we want, persevering to the end despite the outcome. When we are working to arrive at our destination, let's not forget about the memories made during our journey. Taking rigorous courses, joining various clubs, and being part of different sports teams, our time is eaten up. If you think about it, we spend most of our time on campus accompanied by our peers. While working towards our success, take my speech as a reminder to reminisce on the memories collected through these classes and extracurriculars. All these study groups and club dances are the very place we meet the people we consider our lifelong friends today. You know what they say, those who cry together, stay together. Transitioning from staying up past hours with tears running down our faces from studying for Mr. Goodwin's math test to sitting next to one another tonight, we really did stay together, didn't we? We've made it to the first pinnacle of the roller coaster we call our academic career, high school graduation. Starting out as freshmen or fresh meat, I think it's safe to say none of us ever imagined for this day to arrive so soon and so suddenly. Yet we stand before one another today, celebrating the achievements we sacrifice our sleep and sanity for. That feeling of pride and contentment that you feel right now, hold on to it. Continuing our journey, don't forget that it is okay to slow down. You don't have to run all the time. Rather than storing away all your high school achievements, remember them on your future strolls and remember how capable you are of succeeding. If we can graduate in a pandemic, who is to say we can't overcome any of our challenges thrown our way? With that said, we did it, seniors, and that's on period. Do I continue? It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ryan Miller, our 2020 Teacher of the Year, who will announce the 2021 Teacher of the Year recipient.
All right, so I will begin by announcing our 2021 Senior of the Year. So, without further ado, congratulations to Elliot Fry. All right, so to begin for our next award, I do have a little bit of a speech. So, good evening, friends, family, and graduates. Tonight is a night never to be forgotten. In these chairs before me sit graduates who define perseverance. For the first time ever, students had to overcome a world filled with anxiety and discomfort. And while tonight will forever be your night, I hope you will join me in recognizing one of the many educators who had to completely relearn their craft to be a beacon of mentorship and encouragement. This next individual that we would like to take the time to honor tonight was not hindered by the limitations of physical proximity. By the words of their own students, the year was less stressful. They created a comfort zone where learning was actually possible. And his style of teaching was beneficial to everyone in class, online and in person. And while there is no doubt that this teacher changed the lives of his students this year, I know this educator could easily have been Teacher of the Decade. He has inspired students not only to learn, but as one colleague put it, he has instilled a love for the subject. Beyond teaching, as a friend, the charisma and charm of this man is steadfast, and it has always been an honor to work alongside him. He has built a momentous career as a Bruin, and after 25 glorious years, we will finally stop asking him for another magnificent encore of brilliance. While this is no opus, my friend, Richard Dreyfuss can eat his heart out. I give you Bear Creek High School's 2020-2021 Teacher of the Year, the one and only Mr. Joe Sandoval.
For the first time, we will honor our school's Employee of the Year at our graduation ceremony. This is an opportunity for us to recognize our staff who work outside of the classroom but are so essential to the functioning and flourishing of our school. This individual has been chosen by the staff for demonstrating consistent excellence and dedication to the students and community of Bear Creek. The person selected tonight is known for her grace under pressure, kindness to all, and is described by her colleagues as goddess and rock star. It is my absolute pleasure to announce our first 2021 Employee of the Year as Mrs. Tammy Alexander. Please come out to the stage, Tammy. Thank you for that. It is my sincere pleasure to welcome you all dear family members, friends, and students, to the 2021 Bear Creek High School graduation. Thank you to the distinguished individuals joining me tonight, Lodi Unified School District School Board members, our superintendent, Dr. Kathy Washer, our CBO, Mr. Leonard Kahn, the Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, Jeff Palmquist. Thank you for your continued your presence today and for your continued support for our students. Thank you to our student speakers, Christy Dow and Benjamin Broger. I would like to also sincerely thank those who have dedicated countless hours to prepare for this special event. Our BC counselors, Monica Cedeno, Megan Gowdy, Eddie Jackson, Red Van Peck, and Lee Vu. Our administrative staff, Vice Principal Rich Shipley, Assistant Principal Ronaldo Shackelford, and Assistant Principal Dennis Toe. And our BC staff who made tonight possible. Principal Secretary Corey Abel, our teachers Nate Bussey, Joyce Dedini, Michael Heberly, Jason Johnson, Camille Klinker, Ryan Miller, Karen Minnick, and our campus supervisors, custodians, and clerical staff. A huge thank you to the Bear Creek Choir for preparing music for tonight. And finally, a huge thank you to the families of Bear Creek. This past year has been challenging, but your support has meant everything to these young people seated before us tonight. There's been much said about the past 2 years and all we have faced as a school, community, and as a nation. I have a simple message to you, the graduating seniors, tonight. Thank you. Thank you for your hard work, your humor, and your unrelenting determination to succeed. Thank you for facing what no other young people have faced and doing it with grace and compassion. Thank you for being the reason that we are all here tonight celebrating. Most graduates overcome much to prepare for this event, but there are truly not adequate words to describe your experience. Through it all, you have been steadfast and willing to do whatever it takes to be here tonight as a class. I thank you for all you have done to honor the legacy of our school. This evening, we gather to honor the accomplishments of the over 400 seniors of the graduating class of 2021. Tonight will be the last time you all assemble as a class, as the next chapter in your lives take you to new adventures, including college, career, and the armed forces. To our entire graduating class this evening, we, your parents, teachers, and friends, could not be more proud. Very soon, we will move to the part of the ceremony where we recognize each of one of you as earning a high school diploma. Before we do, I ask that we take a minute to consider Bear Creek Bruins who are not here with us this evening. While they may not be here tonight, they are most certainly in our hearts. And just like you, they will always be considered family. Before this school year even began, we sadly lost one of our own, a young man whose kindness and quick smile touched so many of us deeply. We have saved a place for City John Susan, taken from us and his family too soon within the student seating. City John's family is with us in the audience tonight. Please know that we will always hold a special place in our hearts for your son. In closing, I truly hope you are all able to reflect on the momentous nature of this event, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. May you enter the next phase of your young lives feeling as confident in yourselves as we are in you. That is who you are, Bruin Strong. Please welcome Ms. Van Peck and Mr. Nate Bussey.
Sydney Lynn Banks.
Christy Tweed Dow.
Emma Catherine Glanville.
Benjamin James Broger.
Grant Michael Johnson.
Bobby Hu Nguyen.
Nicole Jimena Laptop Sosa.
Salam Jamil Shehade.
Nathaniel Magawai Lime.
Russell Emmanuel Sunyo.
Annalisa Beatrice Giroux.
Kaylin Alyssa Van Bunma.
Phoebe Bonsavan.
Reese Jaden Monto Donato.
Ikra Hussein.
Trung An Nguyen Tan.
Natalie Hin Tran.
Deepika Kaur Sahota.
Elliot Fry.
Ava Lenora Thomas.
Leah Renee Bedford.
Alex Catherine Bussey.
Cameron James Kaburian.
Audra Chea.
Evelyn Dow.
Luke Casper Fry.
Jack Gentry.
Amy Tram An Hung.
Ari Jarius Tick Holland.
Lillian Hung.
Sally Nguyen.
Inderpreet Kaur.
Ivy Ma.
Natalie Mayer Quinn.
Chun An Nguyen Tan.
Litzy Nisihura Ramirez.
Kevin James Payton.
Dylan Fan.
Nimrat Sandhu.
Nyla Michelle Shadrick.
Cameron Cooper.
Sydney Ray Silvera.
Rex Josiah Tuasen Hermano.
Joanna Guadalupe Tapia Estrada.
Jordan Deanna Ray.
Nathan Tamavongsa.
Jaquel Imani E. Columbus.
Lan Chai Tao.
Stephen Robert Gonzalez.
Juliana Tongvi Tran.
Get one. Go ahead, take one.
Take one, buddy. They're all for you. You can have one. Abigail Vare.
Maria Leah.
Kevin Yui Vo.
Shaylin Misty Nien.
Emily Corinne Wolf.
Nakia Kitty White.
Brian Daniel Adams.
Leah Aaron Aceves.
Caleb Daniel Aguiar.
Jacelyn Pilar Darnair Adeline.
Isa Altoff.
Grant Allen Astrup.
Angela Joy Soriano Anisiete.
Kayla Monique Adrino.
Vanessa Jasmine Armstrong.
JC James Diction Annalyn.
Logan Malaya Asia.
Jasmine Christine Airy.
Wendy Avila.
Jose Luis Avila.
Amber Karbadesha.
City Ba.
Cheyenne Mohammed Barajas.
Julian Elicio Balubar.
Isaac Hernandez Barney.
David Rodrigo Barajas.
Lourdes Jaredi Bernal.
Alyssa K. Barrelo Flotildes.
Parveer Singh Bular.
Princess Shania Biran.
Corey Maurice Bloodsaw Hicks.
Kyle Blair.
Ivory Boswell.
Maven Marie Bolton Bloom.
Amy Me Bui.
Emma Jasmine Brooks.
Serena Floralyn Cabral.
Noah Ethan Cabayas.
Citlali Camacho Rosales.
Jace Akawili Cabrigas.
Jose Fernando Caracheo.
Joseph Frank Campos.
Isaac Joseph Cardenas.
Scott Allen Caras II.
Gavin Gianluca Cardoza.
Nicholas Cardenas.
Kiara LaShawn Carey.
Dre Joseph Cardosa.
Juliet Regina Renato Carranza.
Sanaya Yulani Carr.
Jasmine Desiree Castillo.
Thomas Michael Cart.
Steve Isaiah Chagoya.
Xochi Kina Castillo.
Tiwa Chan Nguyen.
Gavin Chan.
Jordan Revilar Chai.
Makaya Saria Chang.
Adam Lynn Clement.
Sebastian DeRushan Clark.
Chloe Janae Copeland.
Jonathan Michael Cobb.
Zyrel Alonzo Copeland.
Sonny Monet Copeland.
Brooke Cruz.
Pedro Barajas Corona.
Vanessa Cueva.
Giselle Rosalie Cueto.
Isaiah Lamzon Daguman.
Lauren Shea Cummings. Thank you, Mr. Bussey, for joining me. Please welcome Ms. Klinker and Ms. Gowdy.
Amaya Mae Davis.
Amara Danielle Lorraine Del Prado.
Janelle Del Rosario.
Kevin Gerard Dixon.
Kiana Donaire.
Sean Harris Driscoll.
Simone Edwards.
Sophia Sandra Edwards Boyd.
Francesca Angelica Manapol Egonio.
Edgar Escalante Martinez.
Jonathan Esparza.
Anthony Ferreira Espino.
Emily Juliana Espinosa.
Olivia B. Espitia.
Anthony Luis Esposito.
Layla Danae Ewing.
Leyland Devon Ewing.
Johnny Ray Fenton.
Adrian Arturo Figueroa.
Bradley Fink.
Emmanuel Basilio Flores.
Janaea Nadine Ferrer.
India Gaines.
Isaiah Folau.
Kayla Marie Gallardo.
Justin Tyler Galano.
Brian Richard Gamino.
Alexia Anaí Garcia.
Andre Garcia.
Daniel Michael Garcia.
Miguel Jorge Garcia.
Giselle Amanda Garcia Caballero.
Sienna Marie Garwood.
Kyla Nevea Gibbs.
Isabel Mercedes Gonzalez.
Javier Gonzalez II.
Matthew Earl Santos Gromia.
Jaden Mackenzie Grady.
Belky Robles Gutierrez.
Tristan Ime Guevara.
Elias Hernandez.
Stephen Drew Guyman.
Brandon Herrera.
Chloe Marie Hernandez.
Loy Van Ho.
Katana Hernandez.
Sania Monica Hoare.
Jasleen Ray Herrera.
Alexa Marie Holler.
Jake Sochit Hong.
Jaime Samuel Jimenez.
Trinity Sophia Howard Parat.
Lena Juarez.
Malcolm Garrett Jennings.
Cyrus Joseph.
Marquise Jimenez.
Franklin Marlon Gutierrez.
Natalie Marie Johnston.
Mono Cadeth.
Pedro Jimenez.
Calvin Kin Kunservong Huyn.
Maricel Augustine Hoya.
Rafael Gabriel Laade.
Nalina Kylie Cass.
Eileen Rose Lara.
Bilal Ali Khan.
Ariel Marie Tolentino.
Eileen Kim.
Cameron Lichty.
Henry Lau.
Alyssa Leandra Littlejohn.
Cynthia Ibarra Limas.
Sophia Isabel Lopez.
Malika Celine Lewis.
Nathan Fabian Lozano Martinez.
James Johnny Little.
Peter Henry Lucio.
Chantel Simone Livingston.
Aaron Lee.
April Lore.
Haley Elizabeth Magid.
Christian Luchetta.
Isabella Marie Mandras.
Brandon Jordan Lutrania Tim.
Noah Marsh.
Gavin Gabriel McDonald.
Jacob Anthony Martinez.
Anthony Maldonado.
Valeria Martinez.
Gary Stephen Menduya.
Jacob Mathis.
Brooklyn Naomi Martin.
Natalia Marina Mejia.
Melanie Lisbeth Martinez.
Cameron Dawn Meyer.
Eric Yahir Martinez Hernandez.
Evan Monsini.
Al Francis De Leon Mejia.
Damian Myers.
Christina Alexis Manil.
Anthony Nguyen.
Cody Glenn Millard.
Dustin Nguyen.
Annabelle Yvette Moreno.
Denise Nisihira.
Yazan Abdallah Najar.
Janaya Mariano Olvera.
Donald Nguyen.
Genevieve Star Ornalis.
Richard Nguyen.
Alyssa Irene Ortiz.
China Talia Hida.
Monica Para.
Bianca Gloria Oriana.
Leilani Faith Perez.
Gavin Jacob Orsi.
Aiden Brooke Phillips.
Anthony Michael Mantoa.
Stefan Prasavat.
Armando Robert Peraza.
Thank you, Ms. Camille Klinker, for joining me. Please welcome Ms. Karen Minnick and Mr. Lee Vu.
Alina Fan. Camille Ann Pizarro.
Donovan Cyan Pitt.
Vincent Ponce.
Cameron J.C. Benez Pinzon.
Mariah Ann Alexa Preciado.
Randy Samuel Poe.
Robert David Carollo IV.
Layla Marie Powers.
Riley Katane Quilantang.
Ashley Savannah Pye.
Victoria Emily Rabago.
Carlos Antonio Quezada.
Alejandro Jose Ramirez.
Hannah Christine Quinones.
Sophia Marie Ramirez.
Sagar Singh Rai.
Diane Reynon Raposas.
Jose Ramirez.
Isabella Loren Rangel.
Rogelio Ramirez Diaz.
Janine Renobles.
Matthew Rafael Torres.
Ariana Reyna.
John Mervin Santos Reyes.
Chloe Gracie Richardson.
Tegan Kailani Riberal.
Cassandra Joy Riteron.
Jared Michael Riley.
Howie Edmund Rodriguez.
Arisandy Rodriguez.
Sophia Grace Rosas.
Shiramati Ilea Rogers.
Nicole Elizabeth Ruelos.
Emily Carolee Rose.
Mohammed Salama.
Ruby Saiske.
Nathan Paul Saldua.
Hannah Renee Solis.
Jada Alexia Cabagan Sapayan.
Sarah Rose Treasure Nuestro Salinas.
Jada Brasna Sao.
Deshaun Lee Samuel.
Maxwell Shock.
Faith Louise Pulane Shilad.
Vivica Marie Serrano.
Liam Joseph Schroeder. Joshua, excuse me.
Atifa Shahid.
Irlanda Monse Serrano Lara.
Christopher Michael Shelton.
Lena Riyadh Shadahe.
Patrick Shin.
Alexander Tricone Sharif.
Sotin Sim.
Michaela Ann Silva.
Veronica Marie Sin.
Kurt Matthew Sameo.
Isabel Sotera Soon.
Alexander Soria.
Aiden Matthew Stark.
Ananiah Cherie Marietta Stanley.
Anya Noel Taylor.
Isabel Stauff.
Talia Lachelle Thompson.
Makai Amaru Lorenzo Striplin.
Cyrus Tor.
Yang Tao.
Trevor Tran.
Tyler Thomas Tisdale.
Shailene Tristan.
Arlene Tracy Ton.
Yvette Tuzuan.
Nyuk Kang Tran.
Christian Jonathan Valdez Villasenor.
Tyler Daniel Travis.
Kayla Pajong Vang.
Leslie Diane Troutman.
Pa Vang.
Natalia Denise Uria.
Isabel Vasquez.
Martin Jr. Faleo.
Christine Angel Vivo.
Gracie Lynn Vang.
Fat Vo.
Peiying Vang.
Christopher Walker.
Puram Randy Van.
Davion Celeste Wolf.
Trinity Sol Vestal.
Brendan Gomeng Yang.
Kathy P. Vo.
Madden Rose Urena.
Jeffrey Edward Wagemaker.
Lily Yan.
Aiden Alexander Wallace.
Laura Sicaro Zamora.
Joe Anthony Yanez.
Carlos Antonio Zamora.
Carrie Tita Yee.
Ricardo Jake Zamora.
Tishelle Janice Harris.
Thank you, Miss Karen Minnick, for joining me. Please welcome back our principal, Miss Hillary Harrell.
Will Miss Christy Dow please join me on the stage? You have the most important job, Christy. Come over here. Okay. All right. So go to your binder. You're going to tell them this one. Go to that side. Go that side. Okay. Graduates, please rise.
Okay, right now.
Go for it.
Class of 2021, please turn your tassels.
It is my distinct honor to present to you the Bear Creek High School graduates of 2021.
Congratulations!
Okay. Graduates, you will exit from the back when the music starts. All right, you're good. You go back to your class, sweetie. Okay. Just like you practiced with Mr. Shipley. Okay.